Hey guys, it's PoxiiPro. Welcome back to another Fallout 76 video. Today I'm going to be going over the best legendary armor effects in the game as of now. And I'll go over like a couple different scenarios because depending on your build, sometimes the legendary effect that's best for you will vary. So I'm gonna go ahead and start this off with doing the 1-star effects here. Alright, so if you are a bloodied build, which means you do a 80% radiation to 20% HP sort of ratio or something close to that to get the bloodied effects and buffs that come with that build, then Unyielding will be by far the best that you can get on all of your armor pieces because you gain +3 all stats except for endurance when bloodied or like low health. So this is going to be like one of the best effects that you can get in the game for regular armor, and it is very strong. You know, you get bonus int, you know, bonus everything, and that just helps you in so many different ways when you have a full set of Unyielding. So this is my number one, but can only be really utilized by bloodied builds. One of the next best effects for armor if you are not a bloodied build would be, or even if you are a bloodied build, would be Overeaters. Increased damage reduction up to 6% as you fill your hunger and thirst meters. So this one does have a bit of a requirement where you have to be consistent with your hunger and thirst, but you get a percentage of damage reduction. And generally speaking, a percentage of damage reduction is going to be more effective than a flat damage reduction. So something like Vanguards, where you get a flat 35 resistance, is not going to be as good as 6%. The flat resistances kind of have diminishing returns. So generally speaking, Overeaters would be better than Vanguards, for example. Another one that could be useful, depending on your build, is going to be Chameleon, which is blend with the environment while sneaking and not moving. So this could help with stealth builds. If you don't already have a lot of agility stealth perks decked out, then Chameleon can kind of help you get that extra edge in stealth combat. Auto Stim, I just want to mention, is one of the worst ones to have if you are playing a bloodied build, because it will go through all of your stim packs. Every 60 seconds, it's going to consume a stim pack because you're going to be at a low threshold. So be careful. You know, if you notice your stim packs are suddenly all gone, check your armor to see if you have auto stim, because I've accidentally done that before. And yeah, I ran out of stim packs. Other than those effects, I would say that everything else is not that good for 1-star effects. You could argue for some of these in very maybe niche circumstances, but just generally speaking, the ones I mentioned are going to be the best. Weightless is also not bad for a 1-star because, you know, you get reduced weight of the armor piece itself. And then it would probably just be Unyielding if you're bloodied, and Overeaters if you're not bloodied, or Chameleon can help with a stealth build. Just kind of doing like a quick review. And then if you can't keep up with Overeaters' hunger and thirst having to be fulfilled, then you can go ahead and do Vanguards if you're non-bloodied, which just gives you flat resistances, which is like better than nothing. Yeah, that's pretty much all I would say is decent from the 1-star categories. But if you have any other 1-stars that you think are worth mentioning, go ahead and comment down below, because, you know, you might have a different perspective that could help justify something being viable, or a little more viable. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go on to the 2-stars. Okay, so in the 2-stars, we have a couple more that I think are pretty decent. You know, +1 strength is pretty good if you're a melee build and you're doing and you need the carry weight. I would say the best 2-star is going to be Powered, which is increased action point refresh speed. You know, extra AP is going to be really good, especially if you're using a lot of VATs and just in general. So Powered would be probably the best. Strength is a good one. If you need XP, Intelligence is a pretty good one. +1 int. You know, maybe Hardy could be okay. Like maybe if you're dying a lot from explosive damage and you don't have any perks to help you with that, then you could maybe use Hardy. Yeah, a lot of the 2-stars I could see being useful in some circumstances, but I think the best is gonna be Powered. And then you know, depending on your situation, maybe you could go for Strength or int or any of these other +1s. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the 2-star categories. Next we have the 3-star category. Alright, so the best ones for the 3-star category is going to be anything that reduces weight by 20%. So it's up to you on like what is the heaviest thing in your inventory. You know, if a majority of your inventory is ammo weight or food / drink / chem weight or junk weight or anything like that, then you can kind of pick and choose which ones you want to stack. Or you can even do a ratio. Like sometimes it's maybe more efficient to do a ratio because I think armor is a set of 5. You technically have the helmet, but helmets can't be legendary. So you have your left arm, right arm, torso, left leg, right leg. So that's 5. But weight reduction caps out at 90%. So you technically would lose 10% if you were to stack 5 pieces of ammo weight reduced. So what you can do is do 4 pieces of like ammo weight reduced, and then do your 5th piece as a different weight reduction. That way you still get that 10%. That's just something to keep in mind if you want to try to maximize your weight reductions. And you can always, you know, do some other ratio, like maybe 3 pieces of ammo and 2 pieces of food, drink, and chem weight, just depending on like what works best for you. But these 3 are going to be the best for 3-star. And then there's also weapon weight reduction as well, so that's also going to be one of the best ones. If you really need help with sneaking, then improved sneaking could be helpful, but honestly, I think just off of perk cards and like no legendary effects from armor, you should be pretty good on being stealthed or remaining stealth while in combat, as long as you're spec'd into agility like correctly. So, but it's here if you need it. The only other one that I can kind of see justified is acrobats if you find yourself falling a lot, but that's pretty much all the effects for the 3-star. So I'll go ahead and do a quick review and kind of just give an example of like a god roll piece, or like the best piece that you could get out of what I've listed. So like, let's say you're a bloodied player, then the best piece would be like unyielding and AP refresh with a reduction, with some sort of weight reduction. That would be like the best 3-star roll on a armor piece in my opinion. And if you got like a full set of that, which is a really low chance by the way, really low chance, then you would be like having, I would say, like the best armor in the game. If you are not bloodied, then I would just switch out unyielding for one of the other 1-star effects like overeaters. And if you can't do overeaters because you don't do food and hunger or food and thirst that well, then you could switch it for vanguards instead. Or vanguards instead. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know in the comment section below. If you have any like other legendary effects that you think are worth mentioning, let me know as well. But yeah, until next time.